Hello, friends. Happy February, and welcome to our weekly DKWTS live stream. I'm Alex. This is Chris.
Hello, everybody.
Hopefully you can hear Chris and me okay. If there are any problems with the sound, just let us know in the chat. This is our stand-in Snowy for the night. Maybe the real Snowy will show up at some point.
She was sleeping back there a little while ago. I was hoping she would hang out long enough because she was snoring really loud, and I wanted to pick it up on the mic for the live stream. But
if the real Snowy could please show up, that'd be great. Welcome in, friends. Best place to hear us is on YouTube or Facebook. YouTube at Ride Dirty, or our Facebook page, Facebook channel at Dirty Kitten Gravel. We are not live on Instagram because we don't have the same capabilities. So if you know anybody on Instagram, have them head over to YouTube or Facebook. Welcome, friends. Drop a hello in the chat so we know you're here. I see Candace, Tab, Jesse, Jaime, David's here, Val. Val gives us a thumbs up. Jaime says that they're under the blanket and still cold. Yeah, it is pretty cold. Oh, you rode outside this weekend. Yeah, I didn't do that. I rode on the trainer. It felt too cold to ride outside. Anything under 50 degrees feels cold to me.
I don't know. This week was like the warmest 40-degree week I've ever felt, maybe because it was so cold the previous week. But
yeah, that's a good point. It was like
I thought it was basically summer.
All right. Hello, everybody. Oh, Michael's here. Angry Snoop is here on the trainer. Thanks for joining us. I guess there's no foosball tonight, so people can jump on and watch this instead. I'm sure it's way more interesting than the foot sports. I think the main foot sport happens next weekend, though. So
I mean, you're talking about it like you're a very familiar pro.
I hear that it's happening. We may need to change our live stream so that we don't conflict with the foot sport. The big one.
You want to try and schedule it for the halftime?
Ooh, that's an idea. All right, let us know if we should have our live stream during the
No, I don't think
the halftime of the foot sport next weekend of the Super Bowl.
I have to say, foot sports really makes me cringe. Like that term, I don't.
Would you like it to be foot sport with everyone wearing Crocs?
Oh.
Chris loves Crocs. They're his favorite. You should wear Crocs to a Dirty Kitten event and come say hi to Chris.
Yes, and if you leave them unattended and they end up in a fire pit, then, just trying to help the environment.
Val says halftime's the best part. So that's true. We shouldn't take over halftime.
Yeah, that's what I was joking there. We would be way less exciting than the halftime show.
Who's playing? Oh, yeah, Puppy Bowl. We got to watch that. That's true. Thanks, Greg, for the reminder. Super bowel, says Samantha. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Travis is here. Hey, Travis from Grusk,
Hey,
joining
Travis.
us. Hello. Everyone, Reg for Grusk is open. So shout out to Travis and go register for Grusk or win a free entry. We've got a couple free entries from Grusk. And we'll be there.
Yeah.
But more on that later. So we will not be streaming next weekend during halftime of the foosball, but we'll figure something out. Maybe we'll do Monday night.
Or probably not during the game either.
Yeah.
We'll pick another time.
Who's playing?
Either we'll pregame it or, yeah.
Who's playing?
It's the Chiefs and the Eagles.
Okay. All right. So who are we rooting for is the question. I don't know. Taylor Swift. That's who I root for usually.
That's where I figured you'd
Will
go.
she be there? I hear she'll be there, so I'm excited about that. All right. Moving on, just a shout out to our friend Dane Paris, whose music we use. Thank you, Dane. Check him out on Spotify. And hopefully we won't get demonetized because we use his music, even though we're not monetized and we get no money. But like and subscribe. Hit the button, slam the button, push the button, whatever people say on YouTube so that we can get subscribers. We have 250. We would like 1,000. Something fun happens. Maybe we get a plaque. We're not sure. Ted may make us a decal. We don't know.
Ted will print us a plaque.
We would like to have subscribers. So slam that button. I think I started a war. I got eagles and birds. So I think we're a little bit split on that.
I think that's the same thing. An eagle is the bird.
Oh, okay.
And a chief is usually not a bird, but
Okay. All right. What's on the schedule for tonight?
so I'm trying something new up. I put the chat over our regular video overlay. I don't know if anyone can actually see it, or I don't know. Let us know. Can you actually read that, or
Oh,
is
yeah.
it
I
not
see
really
the
working?
words.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
tried to blow one up to see what it looked like, but I can't really tell.
Reggie says theirs, so I'm not sure what exactly, but thank you, Reggie, for that clarification.
I'm sure we'll get more. There was a ... I think he's just trying to build suspense.
And Jaime says laughing face. So I'm not sure what the joke is, but maybe we'll get it eventually. Val says it's very tiny. She's getting her glasses out. Okay. Or binoculars or monocle. Get your magnifying glass.
Well, I'll have to see if I can blow the text up for next time.
Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Reggie. Joanna's here. Greg. Ted is here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Super excited to see you. We are going to be going over the leaderboard updates for this week, talking about Tour 2, Adventure Kitten, Stage 1, Distance Challenge. I know we have some questions, so we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about this upcoming week, Stage 2, and what's in store. If you have questions at any time, drop them in the chat, and we'll answer as we go. Other people may answer as well. But yeah, drop questions, comments.
Or if you just want to tell Alex how cool she is, that also works.
Aw, that's nice. Oh, Reggie says that should have been Go Chiefs. Okay, that makes more sense. I was confused for a minute.
That is the wildest autocorrect, Reggie. I don't.
And then Jaime said the Birds and Eagles. I didn't know that they were the same team, but apparently they are. That's how much I know about the foosball. On a different note, I'm not going to spoil it, but watch CX Worlds from this weekend. There were some good races. I have yet to watch the women's race, so please don't spoil that. Dave Pryor had a men's race watch party on Zwift this morning. That was a good race. I won't say anything else, but it was good.
I didn't realize it was actually to watch the race. I should have at least joined the Discord, even though I started riding later.
I know. There was a lot of commentary by Dave, so that was fun. Thank you, Angie. Angie says I'm cool. Does everybody see the hoodie that Chris is wearing? BTW? Ooh, it's our new lavender haze, just in time for the Super Bowl, so you can rep Taylor. Those hoodies will be shipped out soon when I get into the office to ship them. But
shipping is Alex's favorite thing to do, so I'm surprised she hasn't done it yet.
I love shipping so
Every day
much.
she's like, I just wish I had more stuff to ship today.
I love shipping. It's the best. If anybody wants to come help me pack and ship, you could get a free entry to Growly Cat.
If you know anyone looking for an internship that is not paid.
I'm willing to give a free entry to Growly Cat or DKGR if you spend 5 hours packing and shipping hoodies with me, because that's how long it takes. It is terrible. But I love you all, and I will send you your hoodies soon, complete with snowy hair on them. All right, so let's get to it. First, let's review the challenges for the week on the leaderboard, and then Chris will give us a rundown of the updates. So if you head on over to DKWTS.dirtykittengravel.com, that is the leaderboard website. It looks like this. You've got to log in, so you've got to see your name there in order to actually access everything. And then you've got a homepage, challenges, and activities. You will not have the admin tab because you're not an admin.
Oh, shoot. I usually make myself not an admin before I start this.
So click challenges. And this is where you get to see the challenges for the entire series. The most recent will be at the top.
Yep, the most recent and anything that's active will be at the top. So yeah, keep in mind we do have sometimes multiple challenges going for the weekly or stage challenges like we talked about, or we used to call them. I'm still calling them stages, but and then the tour challenges, and I don't know, maybe we'll even throw some other ones in sometimes.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I guess I should use the mute button.
Was that really loud? Sorry, everybody. Apparently, I can't drink water properly. Can you lower that? Yeah. Sorry about that. All right, so the excuse me. The challenge for the week was to ride at least 5 days with a total ride mileage each day that ended in a 4 or 9, rounded down to the whole mile. For example,
basically the decimals don't count.
You could have done 9 miles, 14 miles, 29 miles, 34 miles, 49 miles, etc. And it had to be your total for the day. I think we had many people confused and mad at you. And this was Chris's challenge, by the way. Tell us what you thought about this challenge in the chat. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were you confused the whole time? Was it frustrating?
The more anger, the better I'll sleep tonight. So.
Do you want to explain why you came up with this?
Because I love keeping people from reaching those milestone 5 and 0 mileages.
Ted says, can we all agree that Chris is a monster? Chris is the person that doesn't ride around the parking lot when he's at 49.5. He just ends his ride.
My optimal ride distance is like 99.98 miles.
Yeah. That's why you make the fondue like 99, right? Or over 100. It's never like 100.
Well, it's hard. This one, I think, like the last one was over 100.
That's
but
true.
in the previous one, I put the hardest part at the very end, like a little lollipop that you could easily skip. But if you skipped it, you weren't going to get 100. So you had to do it if you wanted to get 100.
Greg says rest week for me. So I didn't do 5 days. But you could have done a 4-mile ride every day, and at least that wasn't too much.
But rest days are good, or rest weeks are good, and we'll still give partial credit, like we did with the last 5-day challenge.
That's true. Partial credit if you didn't ride all the days. Like Chris only rode 3. As you can see, he has 3 purple bikes.
She says only 3, but it was my most riding of the whole series, so I'm pretty proud of it.
You should put the trainer up here, and then you can ride while you're working.
I don't know. I've tried to do that before. I can't concentrate on that many things.
Yeah. Candace says, good thing you gave us a heads up to get out of the ride this morning before it went too far down the hill. Yeah, that's the problem with Zwift. If you're coasting, it adds on distance.
I was cussing myself a little bit, though, this weekend because I also was trying to, as you can see, I got my first bonus also this week. And so I was trying to do both at the same time, and I realized that I had hit my 14 miles, but if I wanted to get the bonus, I needed an hour. So then I had to do the 19 miles.
So you were just...
I was a little bit mad at myself, yeah. So I feel a little bit of your pain too, but not really.
All right, so actually let's go to the bonus, because this week's ride bonus, was to do a morning ride before 11 a.m. your time. So whatever...
Started ride before.
Whatever it's called, your...
local time.
Time was. You just had to start the ride before 11 a.m. And you could do either a virtual Zwift club ride or your own ride. It just had to be at least an hour long. And ride. Oh, and if you didn't do a club ride, if you did your own ride, you need to add that hashtag. But any ride before 11 a.m., as long as you start before 11 a.m., so you could have started your ride at like 10:59 and it would have still counted, you get those bonus points this week. So we had a bunch of morning rides this week, and then we added a couple pop-up rides today. We had 2 rides Sunday morning. It was nice. We had a good group at 10 a.m. on the ride. So we'll do that periodically, have some pop-up rides on the weekends if we have leaders available, or if anybody wants to have a ride, like Dave Pryor wanted to do one early, so he had a few people.
Yeah, let us know. We'll post it up. You can use the Discord chat and talk about weird stuff during your ride.
David says, still got to do my ride today. Yeah, get on and do your 4 miles. It'll be quick. Or go outside and ride around the block.
Yep. So should we show the tour challenge as well?
Well, I just wanted to add the photo challenge.
I was going to come back to those since that's all. Or you want to do that one too?
Oh, you want to do the tour one real quick?
We can do that. We can do the photo.
So the photo challenge for this week was to post on social or email us a ride find, something interesting you have seen or found on a ride. And you could post that on social media or email it to us just using the hashtags DKWTS 2025 and ride find so that we can search for those photos. We've seen some pretty cool photos this week of various things people have found. Actually, one participant sent a photo of kangaroos, and I guess they're in Australia. So that's interesting. I actually need to look and see where we have participants from.
Kangaroos generally are in Australia.
I just mean that, like, it wasn't, like, in a zoo.
Oh, you mean the rider was in Australia?
The
also.
rider lives in Australia.
Okay.
So we have a participant from Australia, participants from England. That's pretty cool.
All of them making my life a living hell of time zones. No, actually they don't. It's just computers that cause the problem.
Ted, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if that was something that was a glitch. He's saying that if you did the Thursday morning ride.
Yeah, I just hadn't added the name of that ride in yet. It is in there now, and everybody who did it has it.
Yeah, Ted, it wasn't added when before, but now it is. So should be good to go, even if it doesn't have the hashtag, except for yours. Yours has to have Pound Town.
I did not realize until this week, because I had not been paying full attention to all those, that the ride titles are the same every week, so I can add them all at the beginning of the week. I've been waiting for the rides to happen and then adding them in. So I learned something if I just pay attention a little bit.
Any questions about this week's challenges? Ride challenge, bonus challenge? Let us know, and we will answer as we go.
And so while we're over here on the social media bonuses, the photo bonuses, so those are now available. You'll see here too, under the challenges, under this social bonuses tab, you can see each of those, and basically you've got 3 options there: Facebook, Instagram, or email. So you'll see, how we got that from you, and you can only score, like some people send 2, 3, all of those things. We only score it once, so you can see the points you got from all of those. Those are all over here.
Are these your points?
They are.
How did you get points?
I don't know. Someone put me on the list, so I figured I'd take it.
What did you do to get an?
I assume that you tagged me on something, and Ra marked it down for me. So I appreciate that, Ra. Thank you.
Very nice of Ra.
And it was in the spreadsheet, so I'm just going with it. But yeah, so we have not done the active challenge right now. So if you're missing anything from the completed challenge, the completed social bonuses, you can let us know, but hold off on the active one. We're still going through those.
And then do you want to talk about the tour challenge? Because we had some questions about that.
Yep. And then, so we got the tour challenge here. So this is, and we might do, the tour, we might go a little longer, but this is a 2-week challenge for this tour. So maybe we'll do another one for the third part of that. But so we do have your leaderboard here. When you go into these, it'll drop you into your specific leaderboard in the group that was auto-generated for you based off of average ride time for the series so far. Hopefully this will keep everyone competing against people who are somewhat similar in status there. So it drops you in your current category, and I did just add in, you can select different categories. If you know category names, we named everything off of cat breeds. There's really no rhyme or reason to it, so you can pick a different one and see what's going on. Also, if you're looking for a friend and you want to find them, you can go ahead and select their category.
Ooh,
and
I'm in
it'll
the
just pull over.
category.
Yep.
So is this overall, this is just for the tour?
This is a 2-week challenge during this tour, yeah.
Ooh, top 3.
Yeah.
And then what's the Supreme Burrito?
The Supreme, the Supremes are the ones, I kept their name because these guys are just insane.
Reggie, look at you. Look at you, Reggie. What are you doing over there?
There's
Reggie beating out Tom.
I know, a little infighting on the Jazz Peddlers here, so we'll have to see how this shakes out.
Oh man, this is what Reggie lives for. Wow, we got some high rollers. Reggie leading the group with the most miles, followed by Taylor, Tom, Kitten, Todd, Jesse, Frank, and Trevor. And then what do we have for the Supreme Burrito women? Renee at the top beating out Ivy. Wow. Then Jackie, Cecilia, nice work. Top 5. Elle Pomeroy, Yasmin, Noelle, and Darcy.
I know we have these categories split. So just so everyone knows, when I generate the categories for these competitive challenges, basically, like I said, take everyone's average for the series so far, and auto-generate them based off of like a target of trying to get 15 people in every group. Some are different sizes because if there's big jumps, it cuts there. And we do have the option to split by genders as well. Have been doing that for some of these, but I mean here in the Supremes, I think there'd be pretty good competition if we didn't split that one up.
Yeah,
So,
no, we could. Yeah, but you could also just put them all together and see how everybody falls. So, 287 for Renee, and then if you go back to the men, what's the top?
250 for Reggie.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so Renee's got the top. Reggie, you got to beat Renee. She's crushing you. And then let's look at some of the other ones. So I'm in the tabby category. What are some of the other categories? Manx, Persian, all burritos. What's
That's
that?
an empty category now because I had to move people out. So
Do you have the party burritos anywhere?
not in the competitive challenges. They don't show up in these boards.
Japanese bobtails. Who's that? Ooh, Abby's in that one. Nice.
Yeah. So, and again, this is 2 weeks, so we've got a whole nother week of getting through some of these. But it looks like for the most part, obviously some people looks like maybe taking some time off and stuff. But I think we're getting pretty good grouping on distance and time in here. So
I see Candace, top 10. Nice work. Aaron Baldwin up there, 7th. Nice work, too. Nice work, everybody. Samantha says the female Supreme is truly mind-blowing. I know. These people ride so many miles.
should we pick on Ted here?
Ooh, Ted, top 5 in your Japanese bobtail category.
I think that's fair. I might just have to make sure that category always gets applied to Ted. I feel like that's fitting for some reason.
I feel like we should do some commentary and be like, on the Japanese bobtail category is... But that says female. Oh, no.
No,
You just
it's
searched
just-
Ted. Okay.
Oh, sorry, he's not in the bobtail. He's in the Korat. Yeah. So
Oh,
This was
Ted,
just-
you're
that's
in the
the
Korat
selected thing.
category.
I just put some of this stuff out. I haven't checked it on mobile yet or anything, so I'm not sure if any of the stuff I'm showing right now with the selections or the bonus, social bonuses works on the
okay.
phone
So you
yet.
can search by person and then you see the category name, or you can search by category.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So can we look up one other one?
Sure.
So go back to the drop down,
Are we looking
the
at
drop
person?
down category, drop down, and then scroll down to do we have a non-binary? Egyptian Mao. Ooh, there we go. I like the Egyptian Mao. Cat.
And we've got I think the juniors I have all in. Let's see.
Oh, my teamie Hillary's on vacation, so they're not riding this week.
A couple of juniors going. I
What's
think we just had a junior added too. So
what's Junior Burritos 1FF?
I don't know.
Ivy and Mia.
I didn't rename some of those.
Mia's
so-
snowboarding this week, so she doesn't.
Nice.
But
Okay.
but Christy said we should call that category the
Munchkin cats, I think.
Munchkins.
Yeah.
Munchkins. Willis would like to see the Maine Coons. Let's look at the Maine Coon real quick. All right, Willis, where are you at here? Ooh, Ramsey at the top and Willis in second. Nice work. There we go. It's pretty awesome. So you can search your category, you can search your name, you can search other people and see how they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Ramsey's name came up. I feel compelled to give him a hard time about something breaking on his bike this week. I'm not sure what it is, but I know it happened.
Ted says, yet again, getting my butt kicked by Jim Vreeland. So will the categories change if somebody like Ramsey ends up doing a lot? Will he get bumped into the Supreme?
So, I mean,
He's 151 right now. Could he go into the Supreme?
not during this challenge, but when we group for next time,
Okay.
it'll all be based off of that. Yeah.
All right. So any questions about the leaderboard, categories, challenges, activities, please drop them in the chat and we'll answer as we go. I want to make sure people know what's up and that you can search for all this interesting information. We know it's a lot, and if you're not technologically inclined, it can be tricky, but there's a lot of cool stuff on there for you, and Chris is updating things every week, so there'll be points coming up and more leaderboard stuff as we go.
Yep, and so that view will be the same on any of the competitive challenges. Like if we go back to the 3-day ride, we get that same thing where you can select the categories. On any of the participation challenges, everyone's put in the same category. So if you can't come here and see different categories, but like we did with the 5-day stage 1 challenge, and I'll do that again when this challenge is over. We can see a breakdown of all the people who achieved different things on that. So.
Yeah, and so it's a little bit different than we've done in the past. We don't have, it's not as competitive overall as it's been in the past. There are competitive aspects, there's also non-competitive aspects. So we're trying to balance out participation with some friendly competition and allow people to kind of challenge themselves as well as compete against others. But we don't want the main focus to be always competing against others and just riding more and more and more. It's not so much about riding as much as possible. It's like what works for you. So if you're a person that rides a lot of miles, a lot of hours, that's awesome. But there are also maybe people that don't do that. That's awesome as well. So we don't want the main focus to be just riding as much as possible.
Yeah, and the reason we are doing the dynamic categories is, it's a long winter. We want to make sure that people stay interested. So a couple of things, like one, it's easy to get some motivation at the beginning of January, new year. You could see our bright faces on the live stream every week. Of course, that's motivating. But then, it drones on a little bit. Winter stays cold. If you were in a category and all of a sudden you're getting smoked by, 300 miles, it's kind of, hard to push to get back in. So we thought, well, we'll just keep generating new categories and give everyone a chance at some good competition.
Also, you can take a break, like have a rest week, go on vacation, and you don't completely drop out of the series. You can like jump back in for the next tour stage and still get on the leaderboard for something else. So it's just kind of nice to not feel like you lose if something happens, you get sick for a week or something. You're not completely bumped off. Any other questions? Drop them in the chat. Moving on. So next week starts stage 2 of the Adventure Kitten Tour. We've got some fun challenges in store for you. I don't know if do we want to reveal what our challenge is going to be for next week, or we want to wait?
You can go ahead if you want.
We're going to do a competitive challenge next week, right?
Yep.
All right. So, that's all we'll say. Next week, it'll be a competitive challenge, distance challenge. So, stand by for that. That information will go out tonight. And we also have a pretty exciting, we have a cool bonus challenge next week that's going to be sponsored by Shameless Nameless. I think Willis is on right now. He's one of the Shameless Nameless folks. So they are going to sponsor this bonus challenge next week. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but when that information goes out tonight, you'll be able to read about it, and we'll have a fun prize or prizes from Shameless Nameless. Check them out on social media, Shameless Nameless. They also have a website. They do their own apparel design, and you will see them at a lot of events in the Mid-Atlantic area. So thank you to Willis and Shameless Nameless for sponsoring this next challenge coming up next week.
Yeah, very cool.
Butch says, I'm digging the dynamic categories personally since I've had a wild January. It's been hard to find time to rise. Aw, I'm sorry. But I'm glad that you're here, and anytime you can get on the bike is good, no matter how long or how much.
Yeah.
Do you want to add anything more about the leaderboard?
I think we're good right now. Yeah, no, well, I guess, so we did have a little bit of a technical difficulty early this week.
Oh, yeah.
I am pretty amazing at what I do, but sometimes I do make mistakes. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, I think I got everything that was missed. It should have been like there was a instance on Monday night and I think Tuesday morning that missed some stuff. I synced all those over. But just in the future, if that happens, if you're missing a ride, let us know. There is, I will show really quick, actually. So in 2 things here, so you have your activities here that are part of the series. That's everything that's brought over and being calculated on. If you drop into your profile, and look at under the data links at your Strava connection here, this will show all of the rides that I know about, or that the app knows about from Strava. So there's kind of two things here. If you're missing a ride in your activities or haven't gotten credit for a challenge, you can check here and see if it's here. And if it is not here at all, that means we missed it. That really shouldn't ever happen. I have two separate processes that run separately. One just gets stuff from Strava. One gets stuff into the competition stuff. But if you're missing in general, like one quick way to get that in is just go to Strava, edit your ride title slightly, add a space, delete a space, make the ride public, or make the ride private, make it public again, set the bike, do something on it. If we missed the ride, that update will cause everything to resync. So.
Yeah, if the ride does not sync, you can always add hashtag Snowy is my queen or Pound Town. Either one of those will work. Ted says my favorite thing about Chris is his modesty. I know, right? All right. I just want to go over Zwift Club rides. So make sure if you're doing a Zwift Club ride that you RSVP that you're going to the ride beforehand. You just have to do that before it starts. Best to do it as soon as possible. So right now we have the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm trying to think. Do I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday up for next week? I think so. And then I need to add Zoomies, Tuesday, Thursday rides. So by tonight, all of the rides will be up for next week. And you can RSVP to them, even if you're not going to go, just to make sure that it's available for you. And then as long as you're RSVP'd for a club ride, you can join up to 30 minutes late. They're banded. They're all banded right now, which means that if you start late, you'll get dropped in with the group. And as long as you're pedaling, you'll stay with the group. If for some reason you get dropped, that doesn't really happen anymore with the band. But if you do get dropped, it could be that you stop pedaling. There's something happens with your connection or your Wi-Fi, or maybe you start late from the beginning and you miss the group. You can, as long as you're within 30 minutes of the ride start, you can log out of Zwift and back in and rejoin the ride. So,
do you get credit for all the mileage you missed?
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, that's a bummer.
You don't get credit for the
I
mileage.
thought maybe I figured something out, but
Zoomies is up. Okay, I put it up. I couldn't remember.
do we have we
Sorry.
got someone for a Wednesday ride this week too, right?
Yeah, so we have Monday night tomorrow at 6:30, and then we've got Zoomies on Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Wednesday morning, Sharon, one of my teamies, is going to lead the Wildcat ride this coming week at 7 a.m. Wednesday. And then Eric will do his normal 5 a.m. FTLR ride. F this, let's ride at 5 a.m. That's what they've renamed it.
Okay.
And
I was thinking of lots of other things to go with those letters that started the same way, but were, yeah.
And then the Friday morning coffee and trivia. I always want to say like coffee-a.
We'll just rename it.
Coffee
the Coffee-a ride.
Coffee-a with me and Val. So trivia ride, I'm not sure if that's up yet. I'll put it up though. Yeah, so check out those rides. If you have any questions about Zwift Club rides, let us know, and we will answer them. They are super fun. We chat on Discord, and it makes the time go by quickly.
Which is very important when you're on a trainer.
Yeah, it's nice to have friends on the trainer. You can also jump on Discord during one of those rides and just chat. You don't even need to be on your bike. Like, Dane does it while he's driving to work. So, if you just want to listen.
Hands-free, please,
Well,
if you do.
Yes.
For our insurance company.
Right. All right. So last week I announced that our Croatan Buck 50 winner was April from Sticky Fingers. We have a monkey knife fight winner. Congrats to Amanda W. from the Instigators team. Amanda is our monkey knife fight winner, and they are going to receive a free entry to Monkey Knife Fight on April 12th in Pennsylvania. So, pretty awesome.
I like that team name.
I know. So congrats to Amanda. And then this coming week, we are going to be giving away 2 entries to our event, Growlycat. And Reg opens for Growlycat tomorrow morning.
Yep. So keep an eye on the
What do you want to
homepage
do for that?
of the. Well, keep an eye on the homepage of the DKWTS app for those entry buttons there. So
Okay. We'll have
we're
some...
collecting those, and then we do our pick from there. So make sure you don't miss those.
Should we do something interesting for Growlycat?
What do you mean?
Like for people to enter for a chance to win. Have them do something interesting.
Oh, instead of just picking. So, all right. Well, maybe not.
Maybe they
we'll
could
figure out
click a
something.
button on the homepage and then it asks them a question. And they have to answer the question in order to submit an entry. Something like that. Yeah, so we're going to give away some entries to Growlycat. And like I said, Reg opens for Growlycat tomorrow morning. I will be sending out a coupon code tonight with the DKWTS information. Anybody who is registered for DKWTS this year will get a coupon code for $5 off Growlycat entry. And that's for the first 50 people who reg with that code. So if you want to reg for Growlycat, you can use that code, get a little discount, and be in for the event. And let's show everybody how to get there if you want to.
Well, and if they register but still win, can we refund
credit
their?
them.
Or
I can credit your entry, or you can give it to a friend.
Yeah, I would say you should actually give it to a friend because Growlycat's always better with friends.
Okay, requirement that you have to give it to a friend.
So go ahead and sign up while you've got the coupon code. Don't miss the 50, and then give your free entry to your buddy.
Yeah, well, let's show everybody Growlycat real quick so we can explain a little bit about it. If you've done Growlycat, give us a shout out in the comments. Tell us your favorite thing about it. So you head on over to the dirtykittengravel.com website, go to events, scroll down to Growlycat. And here's your information. It's April 19th, which is Easter Saturday. And so it's like a, egg hunt, basically.
Oh, we're on a Saturday this year.
It's a glorified egg hunt. Well, Sunday's Easter. So yeah. I figured it was probably not going to work to have it on Sunday, but Saturday was fine. Scroll back to the top real quick. So April 19th, and then you've got your event reg button right there to head on over to Bike Reg. A little overview about the event. So Growlycat is an alley cat style scavenger hunt ride that you can do individually, solo, with a partner, or with a team of up to 5 people. Super fun. People come from all over and have teams of various sizes, ride around the farm, and go to checkpoints that Chris makes and collect various things as you go.
I'm trying to I don't know if you don't have a link to a map on here, do you? One of the maps?
Oh, I don't have a link to the map, but you could probably pull it up.
I'll look and see if I can find one while we're talking about it. But yeah, so if you're familiar with the property, there's obviously no roads and street signs, but for Growlycat, I put up a street sign at every single intersection. It's a lot of signs. Yeah. It's like
Chris creates a network of roads for the event.
And we give you a map. It's an actual map drawn with like mapping software and GPS, tracks for everything. So everything like to scale. And you just ride around. You don't really need to know anything about the property. You'll get to an intersection. You can look at the map and follow it. And just kind of choose your own adventure, ride around and find checkpoints and have fun. Chat with some people. Have some fun hand-ups at the top of the Kitten Crusher. Look for bonuses, that kind of stuff.
You can show everybody that. I'm going to grab a map while you're talking.
All right. Yeah, so a couple of things. So we do kind of a short and a long version. So one of the short version, you pick up cards at all of the checkpoints. We have kind of fun, Uno cards, like different themed things, one for each checkpoint. And then the second, if you choose to do the long version, the second half of that is kind of like a orienteering punch style thing. So
Yes, this is our Growly Cat map. This is last year's map. It will be different, but you can see that there's little like checkpoints on the map that Chris plots out, and they're different every year. And there'll be like 5 or 6 for short course, and then 10 or so for long course. So depending on if you want to do a shorter or longer ride, you can choose short course or long course. You can also choose to do it as a run, and there will be various checkpoints. There you go. All over the farm. It's a 5,000 acre farm, and it's entirely off-road. So gravel, dirt, grass, no pavement, mostly private property, and you can go all over the farm, which is super cool because there's places you can go that you can't normally go during other events that we put on. And then, yes, like people have been saying in the chat, it's usually a lot nicer weather than the summer.
Well, it's a lot cooler anyway.
Well, yeah, nicer in the sense that it's not 1,000 degrees.
So last year we had also our secret pig party barn with the Velo pigs. So
VP party barn. Matt says he's in for that.
Look and see what we're going to be doing this year.
Matt Holmes says he's down for the party barn.
No, Matt at the party barn.
We need to figure out how to get music there, like power. There's power, but I don't know how it works.
Yeah, we'll get power there.
So fun ride. Like we said, you can do it solo or with friends. Registration opens tomorrow. Registration starts at, $50 for the short, $60 for the long. Prices will go up March 1st and April 1st, and we'll send out a coupon code so DKWTS participants can get a discount for registration.
And not only is it choose your own adventure, but it's choose your own competitiveness. So if you want to just go out and have fun, feel free to do that. But we also do take your time, your start time and your end time. If you want to try and get it as fast as you can, do that as well. But I would suggest bringing at least one friend or doing it with a group. I think that's the best way to do it.
We don't do podiums. Occasionally we have prizes, but usually we do raffles and giveaways on the day. We have fun activities going on.
Yeah, most of our prizes are based off of finding things on course.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we don't really, it's not really a competitive event. Like Chris said, you can make it competitive. We'll send out like results, but it's not supposed to be a competitive event. So, choose your own adventure is really what it comes down to.
Yep. And every year we, like I said, the reason we do this, there's a lot of gravel on the property that we couldn't take a race down, and then just have, a whole pack of people turn around 180 degrees and come back. So we wanted to be able to explore some of those. And there's a lot of trail on the property, mostly used for like horse riding and stuff. And so every year we've also tried to clear a little bit of new trail and bring people down there. So always like expanding a little bit and finding new places to go.
People who've done it before, do you want more trail? Let us know. We've had some trail.
Everyone said yes. They want way more trail. Cool. Good to hear.
Candace says Growly Cat is the best. Casual fun with friends. John says love Growly Cat because it's not 3,000 degrees. And Ted says it's the best event with good weather. And Henry says great fun.
Ted just says that because we named a road after him.
Yeah, that's true. We did name a road after him. Yeah, if you are obnoxious, awesome enough, we'll name a road after you. John says the pond. That is all. Like in the pond? Like have a checkpoint in the middle of the pond and you have to go into the pond?
Oh, no. I think he's referring to something different that we can't really disclose until they go.
Ooh, okay. I will say nothing. Oh, yeah. I wanted to say one other thing about Growly Cat, but then I forgot. I just want to add with Growly Cat. So the idea came about because we wanted to do some kind of scavenger hunt type ride, or event. But also, so my mother and her equestrian group use that farm, and we partner with them to put on a lot of these events. So If you are a horse person, you may know that there's a type of horse event called a hunter pace, and it's set up very similarly to how we do Growly Cat. People ride in teams, and they have a start time, and you get timed for like your total time on a set course. But the way they do it is like there is an optimal time, meaning like there's this secret time that is set for the course, and whoever gets the closest to that time, kind of like
we might have to do that this year. I'll set my time.
Kind of like Price is Right style. Yeah. Well, someone goes out and rides it, and then that's the secret time, and then everyone else has to try to get as close as they can to the secret time.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where this concept came from. So we're sort of using the hunter pace like concept with this event because we work closely with that equestrian group that uses the farm and the trails, and we also try to foster positive relationships between cyclists and horse people, equestrians, because often there's like tension there. So
and that's people who ride horses, not people that are half horse, half people. So.
Horse people? Oh, yeah. Horsey people. Horse riders. What if we had people riding horses as well as riding bikes?
I mean, if they're cool with it, I think we could have it all going on.
Ted says more trail. Val says we need a Pound Town drive. Oh, yeah, we need a Pound Town. And Joe says water bridge over the pond. Yeah, now we need something in the pond. No, we can't go in the pond. There's snapping turtles in the pond. That's a no-go. Right?
Yeah, I won't put you in any water.
There will be no water crossings.
That's over knee deep.
There usually aren't water crossings. Although at DKGR last year, somebody came back from the adventure ride and was like, it was great except for that water crossing. And I'm like, what water crossing? Where did you go?
Well, it turned out there's a low water bridge that the water just runs over the bridge. We didn't really think of it because we do it all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was just like high water.
Yeah.
Candace says Poop City. I'm guessing for like the cow field. Oh yeah. Also, you never know where the cows are going to be, so you could be going through a cow field.
Well, no, for that we actually use the cow fields to keep so people can't cut through. So, yeah.
All right. Any other questions about Growly Cat? Let us know. Questions or comments, and we'll answer them. Lastly, I just want to mention that Cat Camp, if you could switch back to the website one more time. So another event we have going on this spring is Cat Camp. That is our WTFNB, Women, Trans, Femme, Non-Binary Spring Training Camp at the end of March. That registration is open, and I think there's only 5 spots left. So if you or anybody you know is interested, it's open to any woman, trans, femme, or non-binary rider that wants to join us in the Mid-Atlantic. We do all of our rides in and around Frederick County, March 27th through 30th. So check that out. I know there's a bunch of folks signed up from DKWTS, so that's awesome to see. Candace says, if bikes plus horses.
I think that was the Poop City.
Ah, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, there would be a lot of poop if that happened. And then Joe says, guess I'll have to wait for South Africa for water bridges, like floating water bridges. Jesse, I saw you signed up. Awesome. Glad to have you. It'll be fun. All right. I think that's all I got for today. Do you have anything?
I never have anything. I just follow along.
Usually you have something like leaderboard stuff.
Yeah, but that was on your sheet.
Chris and I have been watching this show called Jury Duty. And if you have not seen that show yet, you should watch it. It's pretty interesting.
It was funny.
Yeah. It's about, like, it's a reality TV show based on jury duty. That's all I'm going to say.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't want to ruin it.
But it's not a reality show.
Well, okay. Yeah. It's supposed to be like that style of show. But I don't want to ruin it, so I'm not going to say anything else. But we've been watching it, and it's pretty interesting. You should check it out.
You should bring all the bikes, Jesse, to cat camp.
Yeah, all the bikes, Jesse. Well, I'll send an email out with more info, but people who have the capability bring road, gravel, and mountain. But if you only have a gravel bike, just bring that. If you only have a road bike, just bring that. We'll figure it out. But I will send out more information closer to the time, and then you can make that decision. Sam, sending all these events to my friends makes me feel like a bad influence.
Yeah, I was going to say, you took the words out of my mouth. Or the best influence.
Best influence. And Butch says that show is wild.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I knew someone else out there would have seen it.
Yeah, somebody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Thanks for joining us. Have an awesome rest of your weekend, and stay tuned for that Stage 2 info dropping tonight. We are excited about another week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. No Snowy this time, but we still have the Snowy stand-in.
We'll get her sometime soon.